Our heroes are celebrating Pride Month about 3 months late. We really hope you like lesbians and gay men. And government corruption. We've moved from big ham to big beef on this week's episode of Mercenaries in Retrograde. I was going through old episodes and I found when they first started doing Q&As on Spotify podcasters, and I accidentally turned one on, and it says, and the question is, what do you think about this episode? And I hadn't seen this before, but someone responded, and that response was Henry, who just said this episode fucks raw in all capitals.
I remember doing that, and I remember I put that answer specifically because I knew you were gonna see it.
And I hadn't seen it before, and I didn't know it existed until yesterday.
Oh my god!
That's really good.
Okay, so this episode gets a poll in it about if we should get beef, and if that would make people listen to our podcast more. The 3 options for the poll are: yes, you should have beef; no, you should not have beef; and this episode fucks raw.
Yeah.
Get in the polls.
Get in the polls. Vote down below.
Polls.
Click subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell. Leave a like.
Rate us 5 stars. It really helps.
Yeah, we're coming to the close on this season, so we need to know what we need to ramp up for next season.
And you'll be able to tell us in that 3-answer poll.
If you think we should be mean to each other, let us know.
Yeah. We're just here to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too. Sure. All right. So last time you guys went into everyone's favorite little guy's brain, and saw some horrific things. But you're all closer because of it, and that's beautiful. And you also made your way to Camille, the last surviving member of the Heart, in which you talked to a squirrel for a good minute before realizing it was not, in fact, the person you were looking for. But yeah, and then you guys just kind of got settled. You invited he actually interrogated you a little bit about Irvin, in which Celeste gave the information, and they made a pinky promise that was a binding contract, that Irvin will not harm him, and he will not harm Irvin as long as Irvin doesn't harm him. And yeah, so you guys were in contact with Irvin. He was just going to take the gondola down. Takes about 2 days to make his way over. So you do have a little bit of downtime. If there's anything you guys would like to do, the floor is yours. If not, I have a few scenes that I would like to play out.
Is there anything that Camille needs, like, help with? I feel like Celeste would want to, because we're so, like, on a time crunch, I feel like Celeste would want to be busy. She would want to find things that need to be done and do them. So if there's stuff that Camille needs help with, or stuff that we can prepare for heading back to Renaissance or anything like that, I think that would be kind of the bulk of Celeste's time.
Yeah, most of the stuff, actually, we'll go into a scene. You're kind of just like, it's about to be like the end of the first day. You're kind of getting settled around, and it looks like Camille is setting up dinner for everyone. And you can help him at the fire to help cook dinner. And like you take a seat beside him, and you see like he's just like stirring a pot or whatever, and he kind of just like looks over at you, and he's like, "Oh, would you like to help?"
Yes. I was gonna come over and ask if you needed any help or anything. Let me know what I can do.
Yeah, he kind of just slides over like this slate of rock with a few like potatoes on it, and like he hands you a knife and just like start chopping.
I can so cut potatoes. Yeah, I'll start chopping potatoes and start making dinner.
Yeah, and you guys are making dinner together. You actually see like the little squirrel that was on his shoulder is like running up and like putting some like spices into this pot and then like running back out into the
Oh,
through the
that's
waterfall.
No.
so cute.
Yeah, and as you're making dinner, you kind of get chatting, and he's kind of just like, I mean, this whole like situation with the Shadowfell, it kind of like got really bad. Not even just after, we were all killed and stuff like that. It's just like he like kind of like settles it back as like it's like the pot is like simmering at this point, and you're all kind
Yeah.
of in here, so you're all listening, but he's mostly just talking to Celeste.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So are you guys you're aware that the Shadowfell was like kind of a new plane after the mother's passing, right?
Yes. I'll be honest, some of that still eludes me and is a bit confusing, but for the most part, yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
how do I explain it for someone who's not? It would be like if a new layer of hell, like a new circle just popped up one day and was like, I need to exist because I exist now, and you just have to deal
Yeah.
with it. It's kind of
Yeah.
like that, yeah. So there was an instability kind of already in like our planar system as a whole because of the new plane,
Mm-hmm.
and the heart we were already maintaining order since the shattering of the heart, because it's like an extra thing on our plate, and like the thing. So all planes kind of have a connecting point from our plane to their plane, right? Like Renaissance
Yeah.
is connected to the Hells.
Mhm.
You know, the Feywild is connected to Fleur. We kind of managed to find the ley line connects perfectly into the Forgotten Forest, so we basically channeled an entryway into the Forgotten Forest for the Shadowfell. So we
Oh.
created that, but that's because if we didn't, it's like when you get a pimple. When you get a pimple under the skin, it just keeps growing and growing, and you gotta pop it, you know?
Yeah, kind of a gross way to put it, but yes.
Sorry, I didn't know how else to explain. I'm trying to explain it in terms that make sense to people.
No, no, that's okay. I don't mind. What would have happened if you didn't open that up?
Oof. If we didn't open the plane, it's hard to say, but there's kind of two options. One is that the Shadowfell would just die off,
Mhm.
which could have been fine, but at that point, when a plane has already begun to manifest, it had connections to the Feywild already, right? So if it had died, it would have probably destabilized the Feywild. If I had to guess, it would have probably had a similar effect to kind of the chaos it's causing now. And if it didn't, there is a possibility that it would have just kind of caved in on itself and punched the hole anyway, but it wouldn't be the Shadowfell anymore. It would be like black matter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but we were maintaining it when we punched the hole. We were maintaining. I didn't even punch the hole myself. I'm much too young to be around for that. But
Yeah.
we were maintaining it, and it was difficult because the ley line was so new, and it was just there wasn't anything in the records about what to do with the new plane. Like every other plane was created at the instance of the creation of, time and space and
Mm-hmm.
our planar verse, but it was honestly a very difficult job for us until, Irvin showed up. He was kind of like quite literally a godsend.
Yeah.
He was a prophet of the mother, which you don't have those anymore. It's kind of lost connection to her for millennia, and he was just really good at reading planar energy and directing it, and like he helped us like really push like the fact that it was stable
Mm-hmm.
was to him, and we were able to have like celebrations and like actually live a little. Like we weren't fully dedicating every ounce of our energy to making sure the plane didn't explode. There was destabilization happening from the other side, from the arms. They were taking energy out of the Shadowfell to like try and create their own, mother's heart, so that they can have ultimate power or whatever the
Yeah, they seem
fuck they're
fucked
going on.
up.
Yeah, they suck a lot. They used to be part of us. They were part of the mission, and they fucking corrupt it. And you see, like, he gets like really angry for a second, and then he takes a deep breath.
Yeah.
Like nodding along.
Mm-hmm.
They betrayed the heart. They betrayed the mother. They betrayed the heart, because they wanted power, and they were stupid, and they didn't care about the fact that we live on the mother, and if shit happens to her, then we're all fucked. Because live in the now. But
What?
anyway,
Why are people bad?
I wish I knew.
Like, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine not caring. What happens to everyone around you and the world and everything, even if you're not going to be there to see it, you have to leave behind something for other people. Like, I can't imagine not caring.
Well, you got a good heart.
I kind of grew up watching people get tortured for, all their various crimes against the world and the people that live there. So, kind of builds that moral compass into you a little bit.
I guess, but at the same time, some people would just see that as, I don't know, something that they might be able to avoid because they grew up with the parents.
Oh, you
behind
can't
the
avoid that.
system.
It's coming for you if you deserve it.
This man has not like been like super like expressive, but like he just starts fucking dying hearing that come from your mouth.
So Celeste was thinking so hard about all of this that like that was just kind of an absent-minded thought that she didn't put a lot of, and so sometimes those absent-minded thoughts come out real harsh.
I do think listening in across the way, Algernon also starts dying.
So does Simmon. We're just off to the side listening.
We're off to the
Knowing that
side
we're not going to be
listening, like,
acknowledged, but
playing
having a
cards.
good time.
Celeste is looking around at
Exactly,
everyone
he's
like, it's
laughing.
true! It's true! You can't escape it!
Yeah, and with that, we'll fade that scene in a nice little bow.
I love her.
As you guys all eat your meals. As you're settling down for the night, actually, Celeste, Luna asks if she can talk to you.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, like she kind of like is like, let's go talk out there, and like and you guys leave the little cave, and you see like she's like kind of like fidgeting with something in her hands, and she kind of like, okay, this is gonna be a little silly, but
No.
okay, I didn't get the chance to ask you to dance with me at the ball. And I know this isn't a nice fancy ball. We're in the middle of the wilderness, but I have a music box. And she like just awkwardly holds it up.
Celeste stands up from her chair, and just like puts her hands on top of the music box and says, "I would love that."
Yeah, she like gets like really excited. Like her tail like starts wagging.
Oh, that's so fucking cute.
Yeah, and she'll open it. It's just like a cute little tune, like just a basic tune. But yeah, she'll dance with you. And she's like, yeah, I know we're gonna do more dangerous stuff, and I just wanted the opportunity before, either of us got hurt or anything.
Hey, I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
Well, I won't let anything happen to you.
Well, it sounds like we make a pretty good team then.
I'd say, and like she kind of like holds you a little closer as you dance. Yeah, and you guys,
so sweet.
you dance under the stars, and it's adorable.
Oh. I think when we like go back in, Celeste just like holds onto Luna's hand like a little bit longer. And then like as they are gonna like go inside, she lets go and they go back inside.
Yeah. Cute little moment just for you two.
Oh.
Yeah. Is there anything you boys want to do?
Yeah, I think I'll nudge Algernon and gesture that maybe we should go outside the cave and have a conversation privately.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the next morning after you guys
Mhm.
have all rested.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Camille is just like cleaning up after last night. He's washing the dishes in the like waterfall. Yeah, he's doing his business.
Mhm.
As you guys make your way outside, you actually see there's like a good amount of like animals just like drinking from this water as you guys make your way outside. You actually see like it looks like there's a like baby drake that's just like chilling, sunbathing.
Those
Oh.
creatures. I love the creatures.
They're so cute.
They are.
Yeah. As you guys kind of make your way out.
Yeah. Aldi, I just wanted to, just make sure that we are good with the fact that you found me typing out a text of "I love you" to Irvin. Do you want to talk about that? Should we talk about that? I feel like
We
that's
should
something
probably
that's,
talk about that just a little bit. Just a
talking
little
about.
bit.
I'm not cheating on you. I'm no infidelita. I want to make her. I want to be like super extra clear on that. Yeah, you not catch me cheating. I would never do that. I am a loyal man,
Simmon.
and I love you a lot.
Simmon, my darling.
But I understand that this is like a deal breaker. The polyamory.
Simmon.
Yeah,
We've talked about polyamory before.
we have.
You brought it up.
Oh shit! And I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
I did that.
You went, how do you feel about polyamory? And I went, I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. And I thought we were on the same page that we were both in love with Irvin, right?
Oh, we're both in love with Evan?
But
Well, I know that you had the little fling with him, but I didn't know if you were like in love with him.
no, I am I have a type.
You do have a type.
I have a type.
You got a type, and it's loser nerds.
I don't think either of you are losers.
No, we're both loser nerds.
I just like nerds.
You do like nerds, and I think that's very charming of you. You like it when I sound photosynthesis.
Okay, I what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a big word.
It is a big word, and I'm so proud of you for saying the big word. I don't know why you think I would be into you specifically saying big words.
Okay, do we want to do anything about that right now? We're gonna just like circle back to that, the love and urban thing.
We should probably, because I don't want to like overwhelm Irvin. A lot of things are going on right now.
So much is going on.
So much
that
is
little
going
man
on
needs
right
so
now.
much therapy. He's killed so many
He's
people.
So much therapy. For the listeners at home, Mac just became Irvin and kept mouthing, "I'm fine."
To which I shook my head in displeasure because he's not. No, he's still doing it.
He's not
listeners.
fine. Listen, loser nerd. Maybe Mac is a
We're
loser
all
nerd.
pointing and shaking our head at him.
Everyone laugh and point and laugh.
Point and laugh, point and laugh.
Ha ha ha. Anyways. Yeah, he's got so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna have to get him into Lynn at some point.
I think Celeste
he's
got
already
that covered.
into Lynn.
Celeste already got that
Celeste already got that covered. I think once everything is all over, we should say something.
I think first. I think when everything is all over and things are normal again, I think you and I need to go on a proper date because I don't think we've done that yet. We've had like little like brief asides, but no proper dating. We should have a good proper date, and then I think we talk to the bunny man.
We talk to the bunny man.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
I think this is a good plan.
Yeah, I personally would like to spend the foreseeable future with you and Irvin if he accepts.
Oh.
That's my 2 cents.
I would love to spend my future with you. And Irvin, if he so chooses.
I take Algernon's hand and I kiss him on the forehead.
Whoa. You know, that's kind of gay.
Well, I'm a homosexual.
That's crazy. I would have never guessed.
Wow, then you don't really know me, do you? I take my hand away, offended.
Simmon,
what's your passive perception?
I want to say it's 22.
And Simmon, yours is like 8, right?
Yeah.
Simmon, you don't notice this, but Algernon, you see, as you're like doing this, you see there's like a little like crow that's picking at Simmon's shinies on his like belt and is trying to steal them.
I'm not saying anything. This is great. In fact, can I sleight of hand to help this crow?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. That's a 19.
Yeah, you're able to, no problem. You can unhook. It's the like star chain on his belt. It's no longer on there. It's being stolen by a crow.
I hope this crow remembers my face and the things I've done for it.
You see it just flies off.
This is beautiful. I love it here.
This is beautiful. This is so sweet.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll to see just how long it takes Simmon to notice his stars are gone. That would be a 1 to perception.
I don't think you ever notice.
Okay.
I don't think you notice the stars are gone.
I don't think you ever notice that the stars are gone.
That's really good. And then Celeste, you said you also would reach out to people in Renaissance to kind of get that set up for when you guys head over there. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I don't know how much that needs to be like a full like thing. But I want to you said they don't have like sending stones, do they? Do I have Tamara's sending stone number?
I think you do. I think Tamara has one. At least
Okay.
Hoda and Ollie do. So you can at least
I-
text them.
Alec does because I have Alex.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to I'll make a little group chat of all of them. And what I basically want to say is something along the lines of like, hey, big things coming up in the next however many days. I don't want to say too much specific over sending stones, but maybe I can ask them to like meet us at a certain place, like when we know that we're gonna be able to be back there.
Yeah, you'll get back from Tamara. Big things happening on our end too. You can come to the usual spot and we'll fill you in. We'll wait
Perfect.
for you.
Awesome. I just want to make sure that she knows that I'm gonna say great, period. Bringing reinforcements, smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Ominous. She loves it.
Yeah, I thought she might.
You get back
I
the
love
like
Tamara.
you get back the smiley devil emoji.
I do need everyone to know that I still have not filled in anything under personality traits, ideals, bonds, or flaws except for Tamara in bonds.
She's a girl's girl.
She's everything to me, and she's the only bond that I apparently have that matters.
Not even
Fuck
Luna can
everyone
match
else.
this energy.
Yeah, fuck that dancing under the stars. That's nothing.
That's not compared to this MILF.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys kind of spend the rest of your days just kind of getting used to just, helping Camille around. He does go foraging a bit for some crops and stuff since there's more people and he used more food than he's used to. And you actually see as he Celeste, you probably go with him since you're helping out. You see as he's going through, animals will just come up to him. And he'll give them a little pat. He has a bunch of seeds in his pocket for birds that come. You actually see there's a crow that has a very familiar looking star chain just kind of around its neck.
Look, no, hold on a minute. I think that bird has perhaps stolen something from Simmons.
Oh yeah, he really enjoys the shiny things. I had to keep my knives hidden. He took one once.
Well, seems he got it fair and square.
I mean, if Simmon hasn't noticed, then Simmon hasn't noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of scritches him at his beak.
Oh,
And he does a little caw and then flies away with
that's so cute.
a little copper piece in his mouth that Camille puts there.
Bye forever.
He'll be back.
The dirt chain's never coming back to Simmon, though.
Oh no.
It's gone forever.
It's gone forever. It's part of his
Belongs
hoard
to
now.
the birds now.
Yeah, him and his family. But you kind of notice there are also a lot of drakes in this area. I mean, it's the Drake Neck slope, so you're kind of assuming that it would be here. But you do see he does tend to some of them. And you see one of them actually has not a saddle, but a blanket on the back to ride.
Aww.
And he gives the Drake a little pat as he passes by and is feeding them as you guys grab stuff on your way around. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe of this little area.
I love that.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much longer for Irvin to get there. So he arrives around midday on your third day at that point there. He looks a little nervous.
Oh.
He texts all of you I am 20 minutes out. I am 15 minutes out.
Oh,
I'm
buddy.
10 minutes out.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, I just keep like sending like I'm not like liking the message. I'm specifically sending the heart emoji so it will like send like little hearts every time I send it.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's giving very forthcoming and ready. I am going to be here. Everyone be ready for me to be here, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
buddy.
So nervous.
I'm waiting outside for him.
Yeah, you see when he gets there, he's got his little backpack on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got his adventuring clothes on. So it's like a bigger shirt and more
Adventure
breathable pants.
Rabbit.
Yeah,
Adventure Rabbit.
it's kind of like you when you first met him, Algernon. He was in more of like this sort of clothing, more of like an adventurer base than
Oh.
like scholarly that he has been wearing most recently.
Gay. I'm gonna jog up to him real quick. Like, glad you made it okay.
Hi, I brought my own tent, so I can set it up as far away as you need me to.
Okay, well, let's get you inside first.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Do you feel like you're gonna kill everyone?
No, I just don't want to be in this poor man's space.
Would you like me to bring everyone else out?
I mean, they know I'm like here, right?
They do know you're here.
I mean, if they want to, like, they don't have to, like, we don't have to do like a whole thing.
Irvin, beloved,
What?
you're being a little weird.
What do you mean I'm being a little weird?
So you don't want to go in, but you also
No.
don't want people to come out.
It's not that I don't want people to come out. I want people to come out if they feel comfortable coming out.
Oh, buddy.
What? This isn't a crazy thing for me to want. This is a reasonable reaction.
Okay,
I
you
think
just wait here.
I think from inside, Celeste goes, Algernon! Where
Yeah?
is he? Is he here yet?
He's here. He's being anxious.
Why didn't you text us? And we all come outside.
Oh,
I'm like actively about to text them, and then Celeste yells that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys make your way out.
Hello,
Ooh.
Evan!
Hello, Celeste. Yeah, he gives you all an awkward little wave.
Oh.
Camille is staying back. He's standing by like the entrance of the cave, just kind of like leaning against the wall, past where the waterfall is. He's kind of watching the interaction. You see like him and Irvin make eye contact, and Irvin kind of like stands up straighter with his hands on like his backpack.
Oh, I do like a very loud whisper that like everyone can hear. So it's not like there's no reason to be whispering about it to Irvin. I go, Irvin, I did a pinky swear he's not going to hurt you. Because I did a pinky swear about it.
Oh, okay,
We locked it and everything.
Oh, that's
kissed it.
good to hear. I'm not.
So you're safe.
That's good.
Give him a big thumbs up. Yeah.
He gives an awkward one back. And Camille just kind of like does a little scoff, but doesn't say much more.
What? I've already forgotten what we needed to do before we go back to Renaissance.
clean
Yeah.
We have to make a plan, right?
Yeah. So, as I was gonna wait till you guys finished reuniting with the boy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we were done reuniting or and we were doing something wrong, or if there was more reuniting to be done.
I think this is a good amount of reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've reuned.
We've reuned.
Yeah. Camille pushes off of the rock and is like, "Come inside," and just gestures all of you to follow him back inside.
We follow him.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I told you it
think
was
so.
okay.
and he kind of like sits you guys down, and goes back in front of that map he showed you on the first day. And he's kind of like rubbing his hands together, and he's like, "All right, So now that we have, no offense, the tool here, we can actually start talking about a game plan on how to fix this shit.
I whisper to Irvin, I'm sorry there was nothing in the pinky swear about him being nice to you.
Irvin's just like, no, this is perfectly reasonable.
Irvin's like, this is how he should behave.
I'm surprised I'm allowed in his home.
Buddy!
Yeah, and he's like, so there's 12 sites that are in dire need of, planar expulsion, basically. There are places where the Shadowfell has kind of leaked out and is close to either important wildlife, rare vegetation, or civilization. So I've been doing... Ideally, it would be a kind of like a full perimeter, but we just don't have enough for that. And since I'm coming back with you guys to Renaissance, I figured we'd just hit these 12 spots that are in need before we go to try and, put up some kind of protective barrier before a shit breaks loose. So basically what I think we should do, there's 12. They're not super spread out, but they're spread out enough that we're gonna need some help from some friends. I got a few drakes that are not domestic, but domestic enough that they'll let us ride. Do any of you feel comfortable controlling a drake? Yes, Simmon.
I was raising my hand in the affirmative. I could give it my best shot.
All right. So I'm thinking we break up into... So ideally we'd break up into multiple groups. The thing is either me or the bunny have to be there in order for this to go safely and smoothly. You are all willing. If you're willing, you can try and do it without us there. It'll just be a little bit more difficult and you could get hurt. So we could split up into more than 2 groups, which would take more time. But if we split up into... if we split up into 2 groups, it would take more time. But if we split up into more than 2 groups, we'd cover more ground more quickly. So, and with what I've experienced in the past, especially towards clusters of these leakages that are close to each other, if they're not kind of taken care of in a timely manner, like if we're more spread out, the ones following will have more issues. Like they'll become a little bit more active and be a little bit more difficult to handle.
So we're on a time crunch.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I think we should try to get things done as quickly as possible, even if that means splitting up a bit into smaller groups.
What I was thinking as well.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Cool. So above board, basically, if Irvin or Camille are there, they can get an automatic success on a skill check against the goop. You guys have to actually roll for a skill check in order for it to happen. Each site needs 2 successes for it to be cleared, and the longer you take to clear them, the more likely that mobs might appear, or it might get more difficult to actually close and seal it off.
Gotcha.
Oh, like Minecraft.
Also, if you do choose to travel via Wyvern, someone has to make flight checks. Unless you have animal handling proficiency. Does anyone have animal handling proficiency?
I don't think I do.
I don't.
Let me see if Luna does. I didn't check beforehand.
Not only do I not, but I am not wise, so maybe I shouldn't have the confidence that I have in being able to pilot a dragon.
Algernon probably could, but he's so scared of heights.
Luna has animal handling proficiency, so she
Hell
can
yeah,
fly
girl.
a
Oh
dragon.
hell yeah.
Okay.
So you got Luna who can fly a dragon. Camille can fly a dragon. Simmon can just fly. That's also an
Yeah.
option.
That's true.
Mhm.
Slay. I could probably carry someone if I really, really had to.
Yeah.
Algernon
So
can attempt a dragon.
that's kind of the resources you have on person for figuring out what kind of groups you'd like to divvy up.
What's am I allowed to ask what the check would be to fly a dragon? Is that animal handling?
It would be I will say, yeah, you could roll animal handling. If you had vehicle proficiency, I might allow you to roll with that.
I
so you
don't
could
have
get
that either.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be animal handling.
Okay. Well, can I ask another question that might be a little metagamey?
This is question time.
What do we know what the skill checks are? Are we allowed to know, like, probably who should be without Camille or Irvin?
So I will allow you to make any check you want. If you can come up with an argument as to how you get rid of this goop, I will honor it. But the more outlandish it is, the more I will up the DC. So like Arcane would be a good one, right? That would probably be like a decently low DC. Nature would probably be a good one too. Maybe even medicine. But if you were like, I use sleight of hand to put it in a bottle and chuck it, I will like honor it, but it's gonna have to be a high roll, you know?
Damn,
Right,
I believe I
yeah.
can't just play my violin and have it automatically be.
Like Algernon doing a performance check, it would have to be really high roll for it to work, but I would allow you to try.
I do a persuasion check and I just say, please, 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 please,
Please.
Yeah, and if somebody else, so also another thing is if somebody else already makes a check with that skill, so like if Simmon already does Arcana and you do Arcana, it's going to be 10 times harder for you to succeed again with the Arcana.
Oh.
Somebody's already taken care of that aspect of it, basically.
Gotcha. Okay, what are y'all really good at? I'm okay at medicine.
I
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I can look at it so good with my plus 12 perception. I actually could probably argue finding like a weak point on it.
Oh hell yeah.
Perception, but that also might be investigation.
Yeah. I'm proficient in all of the intelligence things and I have 20 intelligence. So do with that what you will.
I honestly, I could probably just go please with my plus 10 persuasion.
Simmon, you're probably Arcana guy, right?
Yeah, I'm so Arcana at the wazoo.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like my highest modifiers are like a 9 to insight and an 8 to intimidation. Those are not really like super helpful.
We intimidate the goop.
I could do a sick backflip with my plus 12 to acrobatics. What if I just go and I inspire it?
You inspire the goop?
I inspire the goop to be better.
Maybe.
No, but what if then it's gonna be better at destroying things?
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys think this counts as a mind influencing effect?
I don't think so. You're not under any effect.
The goop does not have a mind.
Damn.
I feel like Simmon might be the best contender for going places without Irvin and Camille.
Yeah.
Then the question is, do we want to break up into like 3 groups of 2, or do we want to break into smaller, even like 1-person crews on some of them? Like, probably
There's
someone
12
should
of
go
them
with
in
Irvin.
total.
Hmm?
There's 12 of them in total.
Yeah.
So if we did go 3 groups of 2, then it would be 4 each. We'd each have to pick 4 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or we could send someone alone, send Camille alone, and then do 2 other pairs of 2. Because I think someone should go with Irvin just to like make sure he's good.
Yeah. And then I think I should not be sent with Irvin because we double up on.
Yeah.
That'd be doubling up on. I'm also thinking that there's the possibility that we could just cast spells at it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
If I cast Dispel Magic, do you think that would do anything?
I have no
Maybe.
idea.
I have no idea.
I think they're skill checks. I don't think
They
they're
are
spells.
skill checks for sure. So Mac would probably have me roll like Arcana.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or roll whatever my thing is.
Here's my like first instinct of what the best groupings would be. Let me know what y'all think about this.
Yeah.
My first thought is Simmon flying around by himself, Camille going around by himself, and then Algernon and Irvine and me and Luna.
That's what I was thinking as well.
That feels like the best. Then we're spreading out a little bit more. But we've got that's my thought of what will probably be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
for sure.
And then everyone would do 2 sites, and then 2 people would do 3.
I think everyone would do 3 because there's 4 times 3 is 12.
I don't know math.
That's okay, buddy. You don't need to.
Alright, so what were the groups? It was Algernon and Irvin.
Yeah, Algernon and Irvin, me and Luna, and then Simmon on his own, and Camille on his own.
I'm also just now realizing as I'm going through all of my stuff that I have not updated my Jack of all trades since we began.
Buddy!
Oh, buddy.
Wait, that's like the best thing about being a bard.
It is!
This man's better have like plus 20
I know.
perception.
Well, I already have 22%.
Well, he already has that.
And that, yeah. Let's see.
You don't have plus 5 on everything. No, plus
Well,
3
I,
on
like,
everything.
haven't-
Plus 2 on everything.
Plus 2 on everything. I also don't think I've updated any of my abilities.
Oh my god.
Buddy.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing it now when you're about to
Yeah, take
use
the time
them.
to do that now.
I've updated mine because I'm a good noodle.
I think mine are all correct and updated. I think they're where they need to be.
Probably. I believe you.
Thank you.
You're usually my good noodle.
Aww, really?
The rest of these fuckers.
Yeah, we're bad noodles.
Well, Henry just likes to do things to spite me personally, and then Elliot just never levels up his character when he's supposed to.
Oh, and then I never chose 2 more abilities to have expertise in.
Oh my god.
Buddy!
You guys... I could pick animal handling right now, and then I could fly a dragon. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
you
not gonna.
couldn't. You have to already be proficient in it to get expertise.
Oh yeah, no. Let's see. I'm gonna go medicine, because I'm a healer.
You are the healer.
That makes sense.
And then I could that would be really funny. That'd be really funny.
What would be really funny?
What you cooking with over there, buddy?
Persuasion.
Ha!
Ha!
Me
Please,
when I
please,
have
please, please.
What would that be? A plus 15 to persuasion?
Please, Goop, please!
Yeah, proficiency doubled for any.
So high.
Yeah, that'd be a plus 15 to persuasion.
Please, Goop, please!
I actually have a 25 passive perception.
Cheesy! Crazy!
Actually, some of my stuff isn't quite right, because I think I forgot some of my proficiency bonus things.
Dun.
Lark.
I know.
Right after Max said you were his good noodle.
You're still my good noodle.
Thank you. I'm like going through now and double checking that everything's actually correct.
Yeah.
No,
Also,
I'm double checking.
you're able to cast spells and do other things. They just won't be as
Okay.
effective as your skills.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's
So I
that we
could
came
cast
to
the
that
spell
conclusion.
magic.
The spell magic won't do anything. That's like walking up to. That's like walking up to Mount Everest and punching it on the side and being like, I chipped away at it.
Listen, I'm not. I don't
It's a
have
plane.
anything. I don't have
You're
anything.
a flea.
I'm just a little guy.
Oh no, I dispel a little bit of your magic.
Mac hates me and wants me to die.
Yep. That's that beef. We got it going for all the listeners who asked for it.
That's the beef.
There it is. We
That's-
got it. We did it just for you guys.